Back in the Smash 4 days, Nintendo hosted a fighters ballot for fans to vote for a character of their choice that they'd like to see appear as DLC. And since then, we've seen inclusions of characters that were popular picks, like King K. Rool, Simon Belmont, and Banjo-Kazooie, as a few examples of characters that the ballot could very well have been considered responsible for. However, I wanted to talk about the character that I myself voted for, and where their chances stand today in Ultimate's second Fighters Pass. What is up everybody, I hope you're all good. My name is Peter, and if you hadn't guessed by the title and thumbnail by now, I'll be talking about the potential for Ubisoft's Rayman being included as one of the remaining 5 slots we have left. Without further ado, let's get into it. Firstly, let's get into my background with Rayman. Some of the earliest games I've played in my life consist of the original Rayman on the PS1, the Game Boy Advance version of Rayman 3, and Rayman Raving Rabbids on PS2. Meaning that Rayman has always been a character that has stood out to me throughout my childhood, and has become one of my favourites in gaming as a whole. I remember when the Rabbids overthrew him as Ubisoft's new mascot, that they would go on to prioritise, and would hold out for the day we would see a new Rayman adventure again. Then Rayman Origins came along, and I was absolutely ecstatic. My childhood hero finally returned to see another day, and with a title that, in my eyes, surpassed his previous 2D efforts, becoming one of my favourite 2D platformers in existence, up there with the likes of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Sonic Mania. Then Rayman Legends came around, and that was also fantastic. And I've always wished we'd see another 2D Rayman in the style of Origins and Legends, so that we can have some sort of revival trilogy or something. Seeing as I have had such high praise for Rayman's adventures over the years, I guess it's no surprise that I want to see him included in the Smash lineup. But why else do I think he has potential? Let's go over it, shall we? As you're probably already aware, Rayman has already seen representation in Ultimate as a spirit, as well as appearing as a collectible trophy in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U beforehand, alongside fellow companions Glowbox and Barbara. This alone gives me the impression that somewhere down the line, he was considered for playable inclusion at one point, because why would Sakurai and Nintendo go out of their way to negotiate the rights with Ubisoft just for Rayman to appear as a trophy? While I have no confirmation of this theory being true, I just thought it was interesting to point out. Maybe they simply had the mindset of having a nice little collaboration for the sake of it, but surely a playable slot crossed their minds during this negotiation. Plus, seeing as Min Min, who was already a spirit, has now been promoted to a playable fighter, this shows that spirits in general still have a chance to make it in. Not only that, but Banjo and Kazooie's inclusion also shows that characters belonging to third parties that are not from Japan are now possible, as I myself used to think that it would only be Japanese publishers being represented, due to that being the case up until that point. The Rayman trophies and spirits are not the only Ubisoft related assets present in the Smash Bros series either. We saw the releases of Mii costumes for the Rabbids and Assassin's Creed, which could potentially be a good sign of things to come. Ubisoft themselves have also had a pretty decent relationship with Nintendo compared to other third parties for many reasons. This is because they stuck by the Wii U longer than most other publishers, with the likes of Zombie U being one of the more prominent launch titles for the system, the fact that Rayman Legends was originally intended to be a Wii U exclusive, and we even got a Wii U version of Watch Dogs, the latter of which I sometimes forget even happened. We've also seen them collaborate on Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, a title which many consider to be up there in terms of what new refreshing experiences the Switch has offered so far, so it wouldn't surprise me if a Smash character is another one of those things that will continue to highlight their prosperous relationship in the future. If Nintendo and Ubisoft have continued to be buddy-buddy for this long, even during what some would consider the dark ages of Nintendo in terms of third-party support, I feel like a Smash character symbolising that relationship is the next step, and Rayman would be the ideal choice in my opinion. I also remember when the official Rayman social media accounts once made a post trying to push their fans to vote for him in the 2015 ballot too, which reminds me of when Phil Spencer expressed interest in Banjo and Kazooie joining long before their eventual inclusion. I think this within itself does show that Ubisoft is very enthusiastic about the idea as well. Now that I've gone over what I believe Rayman has going for him in terms of chances, I wanted to talk about what he could actually offer to the Smash Battlefield himself. This is because Rayman's whole gimmick of having disconnected limbs alone sets him apart from the cast. I also think it would be quite funny to have a character with no arms be added immediately after we've just had Min Min, who is all about having arms. Anyway, Rayman's moveset from Origins and Legends alone fits the mold of Smash perfectly, as certain moves can change depending on the control input, so not much really has to be changed in terms of animations, which would also make it all the more faithful to this particular depiction. We could also have the whole idea of his fist essentially being like a boomerang like in the original game, where it travels further based on how long the button is held. Of course we have his helicopter hair as a recovery move, and maybe we could implement the plunger gun from the Raving Rabbit series somewhere. When it comes to the final Smash, I think it would be cool to get the Electoons or Teensies involved, or this could be an opportunity for the rideable mosquitoes to see some action. Either way, I'm sure we'll see something spectacular. All in all, Rayman would be a more than welcome addition to the Smash Bros Hall of Fame, and it would see the inclusion of a character that I have wanted to see become playable in this series for years now, and I would be absolutely ecstatic if it came true. Anyway, that just about does it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the prospects of Rayman joining Smash. Would you rather see somebody else? Be sure to get a discussion going in the comments, as I'm eager to hear what you have to say. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you later.